It is a Chamber of Commerce afternoon here in the Peach State of Georgia. We've got the roof open, wide open, and we are ready for football at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down, ready, right 25.
Check tight, check tight, check tight. Shoot.
He's got it to go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play. First down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Hey, South.
To throw again. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep for Julio. Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Buying time. And Winston lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball is going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Buccaneers' 23-yard line.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, back 25. Ready, sit up. 61, shove.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And able to work his way down to the 16. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 16.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Ready, sit up.
3rd and 2. Now Ryan. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
51.
Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Bucs' 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Check, crunch.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. Forced it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin White in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Cody Parkey on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Easy. Motion. Green, triple team.
On third down, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Check.
Now Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. Blue ready. Easy. Turn it.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. It's Perriman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be fun.
It got his man complete. The gain of 39 that time. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Ryan. Flushed out right. He completes it to Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Check. Walk 54.
4. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, 59, ready.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good count. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. There he goes, right side. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Parkey with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down, Buccaneers.
A first down throw for Winston. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. This complete to Jones. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, South. Gotta go.
Here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Stocker's got it. Complete. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Mike, you ready? Mike's by 4. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Throwing now. Ryan on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Boston Scott, his first carry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Open man, it's Stacker. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Luke Stacker, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 20.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Fights off the defender. Steps away to his left. 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
To throw, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And they try the sweep to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready. Black 25.
Check pass. Check pass.
5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
20. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught at the 20. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
42's the mic. Watch the easy. Stop Mike 42.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Going up top. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Shot.
Winston now. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. So here's Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Wait.
Check 99. Check 99.
They go play action. Winston. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His fifth touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Tack McKinley able to record his fifth sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a man open down the middle of the field. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
It's a gain of 15, but it's third down. Let's go.
Winston from the gun on third down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. Still going, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards. Now Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Again, it's Winston. Going for it all. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Justin Watson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to get a score back. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go. Here we go.
Jameis again. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Get out.
Freeman again. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. Okay.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Freeman again, a first down carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Defense wins championships, baby.
From the 41, Ryan. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Watch 54. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 51. Let him go.
To throw is Ryan. He completes it to Jones. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike, 54. Hey, wait. 54 is Mike. Hey, Rick Lance. 54. Watch 54. Let's go one more.
On second down now, it's Scott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run with Scott. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Crunch time, defense.
Now Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Shakes off the sack. It's complete to Jones. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready, blue 80! Blue 80! 54! We own them! We own them! Check, 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 check! Ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship! Ship! Wait! Ship! Check, blue 80, got it!
Now Freeman, he's been busy today.
Check, 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 check!
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he loses the football the second time. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Grady Jarrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Mike 25! Mike 5-4. Here we go, D. Hey, just 54, tough. It's just me.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 16 yards, a first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Let's get it. Ready, blue 80, blue 80. Check, watch 54, watch 54. I got wide. Get up.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Ready, blue 80. Mike, 45. I'm coming.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.